El único que no tiene la base de la camisa tuya, que tú eres el cuerpo puro que va a tener el símbolo aquí y lo que tú quieras poner acá abajo.
150. Focus. 150.
You control it right now, baby. Slow it down, slow it down.
Oh, Kel, it's a little different when the Michigan fighter shoulder roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so that shoulder roll hits different.
Exactly. That's why we only do it. He's at 148. Well, no. 154.
Shut down. See if you can control it without stopping. See if you can bring it down without stopping right now. Just touch. Nice deep breath. But you're never going to bring it down. So just touch. Step out, step around it, touch. Bring it down and you run. Touch. And he lets you go without having to stop. Step out, come back to the other side. You done got any? Well, no, great. You done got one?
I need that half, but I need right.
The line. Up, down, the jab. Now step up. Yep. Touch you, step over, step up. Good. That's it.
Joey, tell me the difference between the amateur and pro. A little bit slower, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
And then the smaller gloves, the better defense you gotta use.
Gloves are a little bit harder.
Yeah. You don't waste any punches that much. You gotta
try not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then basically you can catch a shot, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Like in the amateurs, if you caught a shot, you can pretty much absorb it.
Right.
In the pro,
With the headgear
you
and the
feel
glove.
it even if you catch it, so
Yeah.
you don't want to just sit there and
Yeah,
as
move.
much.
Use your legs. Yeah. Nice. Cool. I used to watch you fight in an amateur.
Yeah.
I remember. Did you fight J-Boy?
I did.
Yeah.
I did at the ringside.
You should see J-Boy now. He's like this.
Big guy?
They're like, yeah, he's huge.
Oh, it's cool.
He works right here. One of the corner, but he's trying to be a cop.
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, he comes in every now and then, puts the gear on, spar my young guys. Yeah. He still got it.
Yeah.
But he's big. He's like,
Yeah, you don't lose it, you know.
I mean, he still got it.
That's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
He fought J-Boy. Yeah.
What's something you like? Was maybe one thing you liked about him technically? A certain.
He had his jab with body that he kind of says that he stole from Floyd Mayweather. I think he had a better jab with body than even Floyd did. You know. It was
Well, then he kind of step into it more like a right hand.
It was like so precise and hard, like a right hand. It took the air out of dudes, and it was amazing. And then he had an old school stance that the old fighters.
Right.
You know, he kind of had the magic wand. And that was something that you can use as a range fighter to keep somebody off you that not a lot of new fighters use today. And I try to use it, you know, in sparring, and I'm, you know, just looking up to him and things like that. But that's a throwback. It's a throwback. If you go back and watch older fighters, and I remember one time, Andre didn't look like other fighters. You know, you didn't say, oh, he's like Bernard, kind of like Bernard though. You know what I mean?
That's what
Bernard
he got compared to,
you know
the
I mean?
most.
Yeah, he had that same type of stance. But Bernard's a throwback fighter too, as far as the technique goes. And I remember one time Verge had us sitting on the ring, and after the training session, and it went on for like an hour, him just pulling up different old fights and different old stuff that he had saved on his phone that it was just like way throwback, guys that I don't even know their name. And I was like, man, that looks just like Andre Ward. You know, and he was talking about, and I used to think, you know, because he didn't remind me of anybody, you know, maybe Bernard Hopkins, but as far as those two are very unique in that way. And I think back on it, and I'm like, and I remember saying, I used to think he was like ahead of his time, but really, he is ahead of his time, but really he was a throwback, you know? And it's like, the game's evolved, but he's proof, and Bernard's proof that you take the old school nuances of boxing, the sweet science, you can bring it into the new era, you know, and dominate guys who are actually, you know, maybe have evolved into a new style, you know what I mean? So it's just really cool. I think Floyd's like that too, because, you know, he took a art form like the Philly shell that, you know, only a couple guys before have been used and mastered it, and you see what it did to the new generation after generation.